Our final guest in our 2 weeks' worth of coverage from IFA. It does sound so final, and we love this remote broadcast as you hear us talk about it on the air literally every week. Back at home and wherever we are in the world, always talking about IFA with the tech history feature from Chris, with the IFA updates every week. There's so much that you hear about IFA. We're wrapping up our 2 weeks' worth of coverage with our next guest. He is the Senior Executive Manager for IFA, Mr. Dirk Koslowski. How are you, sir?
Fine, thanhank you. Good to be here, Dave.
Some build-up there, huh? It's like, man, is he ever going to let me speak? Yeah.
Absolutely.
But as we wrap up the 2014 IFA, aside from you guys breathing an incredible sigh of relief, you must also be very happy because this show, as of course expected, extremely successful, very well attended, record-breaking numbers of visitors and exhibitors, and just the overall excitement. Congratulations to you guys.
Oh, thank you, Dave. It's it all comes along with a long history of IFA, and as you know, we are celebrating this year, or we celebrated, we have to admit.
Yeah, that's true. Past now.
The 1990th anniversary of IFA. So, along with this long history, IFA really don't just marks the start of the shopping season. The main shopping season, no, it's the intersection of two major shopping seasons, by the way. First of all is the back-to-school season for the students' resupply, and the second one, is the Christmas selling season. Yes.
Yeah, and with the holidays coming up, everybody's wanting to know what to get that tech guy or gal that seems to already have everything. A show like IFA with so many new products, they don't have that. So start considering some of these cool products.
Exactly, and if we are bearing in mind that 35 to 40% of the entire sales on electronic products are made in the last 3 months of the year, then it's high time for IFA.
That's a good point, because with so many products, the vast majority of which, as Dirk mentioned, purchased for the holiday season, the last quarter of the year, it is that much more of an important show. And you talk about importance. One of the things that we saw, of course, the Ultra HD and the curved screens and bendable screens, and a lot of cool stuff that one would expect. We also saw so many more wearables here at IFA this year. You've had like different areas of the show that are concentrating just on wearables, whether it's fitness or otherwise. A lot of excitement with those kinds of products.
Right. We are really facing here a huge lineup of wearables this time. And in total, we are seeing more than 100 companies with different devices.
And of course, each of them have multiple products as well. So there's maybe a couple of thousand or more wearables being shown here at IFA.
Exactly. And that brings another industry in, let's say, in really joy-jumping moods. And that means the display industry, because we are talking about displays less than 2.5 inch now. Oh. And it's a completely new product category, which didn't exist a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's a good point, too, because the displays are typically very thin and some of them a bit tall. They're wrapping around your wrist, for example, and you're getting a lot of content on those little displays.
Absolutely. So it's not just about foldable or bendable displays. No, it's just about apps, programming apps. And that's a completely new side of IFA. We are talking about content right now and market new products along with devices.
Wow. It kind of reminds me of, was it back in 2008, I believe, when IFA started adding home appliances. Most of those high-tech and connected and therefore part, certainly, of consumer electronics in general. Wearables is kind of looking like that now, that, oh my gosh, in years to come, we're going to see so many more.
Absolutely. And here comes the point, Dave. If let's say an average household in Europe consists of at least 35 to 50 electronic devices, how we would like to connect them. And that's the point IFA is trying to answer right now. So meaning not just communicating in between smartphones, tablets, and the TV set. No, also integrating washing machines and fridges.
Wow, that's true. And we've learned during several of our interviews the past 2 weeks that some companies are doing very unique things. You know, you talk about sensors in the fridge or something. Oh, how handy is that going to be? We've got companies that are now putting cameras in the refrigerator. You need to know, do you need milk? Look at the app. Look inside your refrigerator, and now you know what you need to pick up on the way home.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Including cooking and including steering via a tablet, a coffee maker.
Yeah.
That's great.
Now, if you could only drink it from your phone, but that's a whole other thing. Maybe next year.
Let's see what we have in store, but I'm quite optimistic on that.
Very good. Dirk, thank you for wrapping up our 2 weeks worth of IFA coverage. Thank you for putting up with me and my team and for inviting us here every year. It is, in fact, our favorite remote broadcast from around the world. We always look forward to IFA.
Dave, and we are looking forward for the first dozen, let's say. It's not a dirty dozen, but we're really looking forward.
Well, that's a good point. Next year, if you'll have us, it'll be our 12th year broadcasting from this fine show. And who knows, if we behave, maybe we're invited back again. Check out IFA-Berlin.com for more information about what Dirk and his team are up to. And you'll see all kinds of great things. You'll be able to see the keynote speeches and more than we had time to cover at IFA-Berlin.com. And, of course, IntoTomorrow.com. Don't forget the highlight video and video of all of our radio interviews on our website. Next week, we're in San Francisco for the Intel Developer Forum. Don't miss a minute of that. Lots of cool stuff there, too, as we continue our trek across the world. I'm Dave Graveline. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned into tomorrow.